for the script.
Have you ever been in a situation where somebody's bothering you and you want to tell them to stop, but you're afraid to, or you didn't know how to? Right? That used to happen to me a lot until I discovered a process, a script, something similar to the 4 acts of speaking, but this one was called a desk script, D-E-S-C. And when you hear about it in a few minutes, you might find it useful when you want to tell somebody to stop, leave me alone. Here's how I used it recently at a movie theater. I was at the Icon on Roosevelt Road, Icon Showplace. It's one of these movie theaters where you pay a lot for the ticket because you get a nice comfy seat. It's like being in your living room. And you can relax and enjoy the movie as if nobody else was there. Well, somebody else was there, and he put his foot on the back of my seat. You know that feeling? You're trying to watch, and somebody's a little nervous and shaking in a chair. Now, in the past, I worried about saying something, thinking, well, what if we have an argument? What if we have a fight? In the middle of the theater, am I going to get up and start yelling, that kind of stuff? So in the past, I would normally use the laser technique. You know the laser technique, son? No? The foot's on the chair. You look at it with the laser eyes, trying to burn holes, hoping the person would get the message. You know that, right? Usually it doesn't work. Usually the person shakes it a little bit more or something like that. I've used other techniques where I squirm, put my arm up there, and everything to avoid a confrontation in a movie theater. But I used the desk script this time. D for describe. Hey, you know, your foot's on my chair, bud. Explain in emotional terms. That's disturbing me when I watch the film. Now you got to use emotional terms so somebody can't argue with you. If you say something like, hey, it's not allowed, the person says, who says it's not allowed? But if you say, it's bothering me, no one can argue with you about how you feel. Hey, it's bothering me. State. D-E-S, state. Please take your foot off the chair or the seat. And then C, consequences. And it's best to have positive consequences and negative consequences. Hey, if you do that, we won't have to bother each other again the rest of the evening and we'll enjoy the movie. If you don't do that, I will karate chop your leg and break your ankle. Now that's not recommended, even though you're thinking of it. Usually the negative consequence is, listen, if you don't stop, I'm going to have to bother you and bother you and bother you again. Now this works, D-E-S-C. Describe, explain, state, consequences. And I've used it many times since then. I use it in emails when I'm a little concerned about who I'm talking to and worried about the reaction I'm going to get. I use it with people in business all the time. It's a process. And if you use it, the next time you have somebody bothering you, shaking your seat, making too much noise, that's a perfect one, and you're worried how to say something, just think of the process. You don't have to worry about what the reaction is going to be. Just follow the process. Describe, explain, state, consequences. Now, if you don't do that, you'll find you might have to put up with a lot of uncomfortable situations that you wish you could say something. You wish you had said something. But if you do it, you won't have to use the laser technique. You won't have to use the karate chop technique. You'll actually get what you want.
What happened?
Oh, what happened? Did he take his foot off? Right. Finish the story.